Hi, Karina here, your Lucid Living Coach. How are you guys? I'm here to give you the Lunar Eclipse in Virgo video. This eclipse is happening at 12 degrees and it is opposed a stellium of planets in Pisces. Hi, if you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm a healing arts astrologer, and I'm here to talk a little bit more about this energy that you might be feeling. So this eclipse is happening March 3rd around 3:37 a.m. Pacific time. We have a very powerful eclipse. I think one more of its kind next year, and that is going to be wrapping up the 18-month cycle of eclipses in Virgo and Pisces. And we have already started the new eclipse cycle in Aquarius and Leo, because we just had the new moon solar eclipse in Aquarius, and I think that was on the 27th. Did that video. If you haven't watched it, check that out. And the eclipse portal is closing with the lunar eclipse in Virgo. And this is not just any full moon. This is a full moon on steroids. And because the South Node is involved in this eclipse, this is destiny fated, unexpected changes, events happening in our life. And it is the release point. We are wrapping up and we are moving on from an old life, an old world, an old identity, and especially for those with the Virgo risings, you have just a completion in your overall identity. Now, this moon in Virgo is blending its energies with this destiny point, which is removing what no longer aligns with this next 6-month chapter. And we are building the new world. We are building our new identity, and we are building our new, let's say, resources, how we make money for the rising Leos. And it just depends on where this eclipse is taking place. So if you're a rising Leo, this is taking place in your second house. And you might notice and see that there are things being removed as far as jobs or clients, and you are getting these new clients and these new job offerings coming in. This is closing a chapter of your financial life and how you build resources and money and wealth. Okay. So this is a good transformation for those rising Leos. Now, this eclipse is clearing also to make room for this new beginning in this new world. People, jobs, relationships, thought patterns, karmic family cycles, unhealthy habits, addictions, could be overworking, perfectionism, control patterns, all these things that have to do with our daily lives. How we work is changing. It's like, okay, I've been doing this for a while and it's not working for me, so I need to switch it up. We're definitely feeling the need to shake up not only our daily routines and our health habits, but how we go about doing life. Anything Virgo has to do with our work and our health. And we are definitely feeling an urge to want to switch things up, like change everything completely. And that's because we have a aspect between Mars and Uranus, and it's pretty much shaking things up. So we're going to see a lot coming out. We're going to see a lot in our news. This is also triggering our electrical system, our nervous system, and our body. So we want to make sure that we're grounding, we're working out the gym, getting out any of this extra stuck energy. Now, Virgo rules, like I said, our daily routines, our health, our work, our nervous system, the way that we try to fix everything. So this release may show up as the ending of an unhealthy health work cycle, daily routines, letting go of drinking for a coping mechanism, or letting go of anxiety driven control. Like, we don't need to control everything. We don't need to stay in situations that we already know the result, and those results might not be the ones that we want. So this full moon eclipse is asking us, like, if we don't like the outcome, then stop doing. It's like doing the same thing over and over and again and expecting a different result is the definition of insanity. And we're at a breaking point. This cycle of overgiving, over functioning, just overdoing it is just getting cut out. So here's the key. When the universe is rearranging your life, the worst thing you can do at this time is resist it, because eclipses are fated events. I do not suggest doing any kind of manifestation work or rituals around manifesting. It is not the time. We don't want to intervene when God is making moves on our behalf. So whatever happens is going to happen during the eclipse, okay? So when the universe is rearranging our life, the worst thing that you could do is try to resist it. So don't grip tighter. Don't try to force the outcomes. Don't try to control destiny shifts. We're being asked to just let go and let God, because surrender is what allows you to receive your blessings of the eclipse. Now, the sun in Pisces is opposite the moon, and that just indicates this is a full moon, and that's what a lunar eclipse is. It is a full moon on steroids, and the sun is in Pisces, and it is conjunct the North Node. And this is shining a light on our future, our dreams, our intuition, divine guidance, like what we want. I want you to get in your workshop, and I want you to really see yourself living the life of your dreams. That's what Pisces is about. It's dream big. And you, can manifest so much, because Pisces is the collective energy. And as a collective, as one, we can make so many changes. If you have two or more gathered together, with the same thing in mind, that is what really manifests. You may be receiving ideas at this time, downloads, creative visions, or even spiritual awakenings. But Pisces doesn't work with the 5-step plan like Virgo, okay? There is no plan with Pisces. There is faith, and there's hope, and there's surrender. It's a water sign. You cannot contain water. If you try to grab water, it just flows right out of your hand. And water is the same thing as energy, which is the same thing as currency, current of the water, which is the same thing as money. Money is currency. It is an energy, and you can't try to hold on to it, because when you try to hold on and you save and you're stingy, that is the lack mentality, and those things won't come to you. So it is about the free flowing river and cycle of water and abundance. Some of you may be spiraling, okay, from fear and lack, which is not going to help you during this full moon cycle. You have to have faith and believe that there is something outside of what we can see in the physical world. In the Bible, it says, live by faith and not by sight. And this is exactly what this full moon eclipse is trying to teach us, that there's some things just out of our control. And the negative thinking might feel really loud right now. And we want to silence it. And how you silence it is filling it with positive affirmations, filling your head with positive thoughts. When you have that thought, like a fear of like, I'm not going to make it, I'm not going to make enough money, blah, blah, blah. You are putting blocks of abundance in front of you. So what I suggest is you can go on YouTube and you could type in positive affirmations. You could even go on Spotify and type in money affirmation. And there's people that make like nice playlists, and you could just listen to it, put on your headphones and start doing things to create more in your life, like ways that money can flow into your life. So I call them our little money funnels. So that would be like creating a link where someone could pay you and you make it easy, whether that is Venmo or PayPal or Square, and create a product or create a workshop that you want to put out there. Do the work and then just see the money coming in from it. We all have something to offer. We all have our different experiences in life and our different things that we can contribute to the collective, and find your niche. And if you don't know what your niche is and you need some assistance, that's what I do. I am a healing arts astrologer. I am a coach, a life coach, transformational, and I'm here to help you make your dreams come true. So if you'd like to book a free session, like your first 20-minute session, go ahead, go to my website, lucidlivingmovement.com, send me an email and a text. My phone number is on there. I get like text much faster than I get an email. Hit me up and we'll set you up for your first free consultation, and I could see if it's something that I can assist you with. I would love to. So if you're in this negative spiral effect, if it's happening, then shift your focus. Turn your thoughts towards God, towards the universe, towards trust. Things are happening for you, not to you. When bad things happen, see the light, the silver lining. Like, why did this happen? What did I not like about this situation? Sometimes we could be in jobs that we don't like and we'll complain and we'll be like, we don't like it. We're like, we want to make more, or I don't like the commute. And so when you're in these kinds of situations and you're complaining and you're not doing anything about it, this is where the universe takes control during these kinds of eclipses. Now, eclipses are portals. They're portals between worlds and timelines, and they're shifting. This is why people usually their souls choose to pass around eclipses. You know that your loved one could be traveling through this specific portal if it is within. So we have eclipses every 6 months. And so if it was more towards this eclipse, this is the eclipse portal that their soul is traveling through. So I kind of believe that, especially when people cross over around the same time, those souls are traveling together to the next life. So yeah, this is an exciting eclipse time of real transformation, new collective aspirations, and also releasing the perfection and having faith that everything is happening in divine time and the way that it's supposed to happen and unfold. Now, Pisces it's a big completion cycle because Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac and it is immutable water. There is a lot that's going to be changing. So right now we have this Mars freshly in the sign of Pisces, and Mercury is in retrograde in Pisces, and Venus is in Pisces, and the sun's in Pisces. All these planets that rule a certain zodiac is going through a clearing. It's kind of like a baptism where you're like getting baptized and you're coming back to life, and it's kind of like a reset. So there's a lot of endings in Aries life, Leo's life, Virgo, and Gemini's life, Libra, and Taurus. And then you have like this brand new cycle happening for Pisces and for Aquarius and Capricorn. And Cancer is just kind of in the waiting room right now. You're gonna definitely, I feel like Sagittarius and Cancers are gonna be, they're gonna be waking up soon, because I feel like they've just been like not with it. Okay, they've been reassessing a lot in their life, especially Sagittarius, a lot of family stuff, home stuff. Cancer's just like trying to figure out what's next, where they want to put their arrow of aspiration. And they're just like, they're maybe building their arrow right now because they don't know what the hell's going on. But they're going to start figuring it out soon. And also, Scorpio is kind of like, they've been rolling on some new stuff, for sure. I think especially a lot happening in their career and legacy. A lot happening, I think, with their children, and maybe even love and romance, But this is a massive completion portal, and Pisces dissolves identities, timelines. Pisces dissolves a version of life that you thought that you were going to live. And I think that's like I think that's the hardest part of this kind of energy, is saying goodbye to the plans and the life that we thought was going to unfold in our life, saying goodbye to even a vision. And it doesn't really necessarily have to be something that was like real. Sometimes we're with people and in situations and we're just not seeing them clearly. Like we see them as being able to be a certain kind of person for us or provide a certain kind of lifestyle, but that lifestyle and that person never shows up. And so you're just living in this fantasy world, which Pisces really helps us do. And if you have Neptune aspecting your chart in any way, you know what I'm talking about. You could totally put someone on a pedestal and you think that they're a certain type of person and you get solely let down. And this is that energy of like finding out, right? You fuck around and you find out. Sorry, excuse my French. But yeah, this is about, like Virgo says, that release the structure that's no longer serving you. And it could even be the life that you were building with someone that is not on the same page. And then it just ends and clears away, and all of a sudden you have the life that you want. So this is an ego death moment for many. So allow yourself just to be, not to perform, not to strive, not to prove, just be, and allow things to just move through. Allow things to end. You can cry, of course, if you need to cry. Rest if you need to rest. It is Mercury retrograde. Or there's a lot of energy to push forward, but there's also a lot of energy to like let go, grieve, cry, rest. It's a reset. Like Pisces to me is a reset with all these planets opposing this eclipse. If you need to grieve the life that you thought you were going to have, grieve it. Let an old version of yourself die. Let the outdated timelines collapse. Let go of how you thought everything could unfold, because something more aligned is forming. And today I am drinking matcha from Revival Coffee. Now, Saturn and Neptune freshly entered Aries, and Saturn is moving along. He's already 1 degree past Neptune. And this is the beginning of a brand new 36-year cycle of a new beginning in Aries part of your chart, in Pisces part of your chart, and in Saturn and Aquarius part of your chart. Okay. So this is, Aries, you're being matured during this cycle. Pisces, you have this new energy for this new life that you're creating, and it's exciting. Aries, you are also feeling the excitement around what you're building, which is great. We just don't want Aries to get lost in like no man's land where they're just like, oh yeah, I want this, I want that, but then doesn't work for it, because they're going to be shown that you need to work for the dreams that you have. Like, it's just not going to be given like you think it's going to be given. But this is about personal responsibility. But first, this eclipse is clearing space, and that's what it's here for. You can't step into a new identity and energy if you're still clinging to an old identity, an old life, old lifestyle, an old relationship, an old, job situation, any kind of old situation that has served its time, and it's time to release it. And we're going to build, And so with Jupiter in Cancer, the blessing, okay, because Jupiter is the blessing, it's beautifully supporting this eclipse with a sextile to the moon and a trine over to the sun. And this means that there is divine protection here. Okay. So there's an emotional, supportive, family healing, like lineage healing, ancestry healing, soul nourishment. Even if things feel unstable right now, you're being spiritually supported. So, how to work with this eclipse energy? If you want to consciously align with this release, a great way to do it is clear your home, clean your home. Because when you clean and clear, you're protecting your energy. Clean out your garage, donate your clothes, especially if they're associated with an old life, or an old identity. Clear out your old paperwork, clean your altar. That's my favorite. Just did that, and I'm going to continue to clear it out. Rearrange your space. Been working on that. Leo loves purification. So cleansing and clearing your crystals in your house. Okay. And definitely, this is not the eclipse to make like moon water or I wouldn't even set your crystals out during this eclipse, but do what you do. I'm probably not, but sometimes I will clear my crystals in like salt water. So like collect all my crystals, put them in like alkaline water with a little bit of salt, and you could also clear with like sage or Palo Santo. But let your physical clearing symbolize your energetic clearing. Like imagine and feel, play music, listen to uplifting music, watch a positive affirmation video, play high frequency healing sounds, spend time near water, and journal what you're ready to release. And most importantly, stop trying to control outcomes, because it's not gonna help, because you might get very frustrated and let down because things aren't working out the way that you intended it for it to work out. Eclipses are fated destiny shifts, unexpected usually. We usually find a lot of natural disasters happening around eclipses because of the pools and everything of the different energies around. So this one's probably going to be more like earthquakey, like volcanic type, anything that has to do with water, tsunamis too, that kind of thing. So if you live in those kind of areas, just be prepared. I have my my universal charger thing, fully charged just in case. So, just trust the redirection of our life. So this is a fated destiny eclipse, and what leaves now was never meant to go with you into your next chapter. Okay, Mercury retrograde, sure. Like things that leave, they'll usually come back. If you have breakups during a Mercury retrograde, they usually come back. Also, Mercury retrogrades always bring back your exes, or some people from your past might come back. But they're just there to show and teach you how far you've come, like how much you've grown, or even help you to close that chapter so you could open up your new chapter completely. Just let whatever leaves your life fall away. Let yourself soften and let yourself trust. And remember that this is not the end. This is the beginning. This is the clearing before the becoming. And I'm excited, and I hope you are too. I hope that I brought you the information where it was understandable and digestible, and I hope this resonated with you. If you've stuck around to the end of this video, please put up a little fire emoji. And if you want to work with me as a coach, you can head over to my website, lucidlivingmovement.com. And if you would like to join me and the community, we are hosting a paint and sip on March 21st at Revival Coffee. And also on March 27th, I'll be at Prisoner Winery in St. Helena. Tickets are on sale on their website. And if you would like to join me for the community coffee shop paint and sip for the spring equinox on the 21st of March, we are going to be painting some beautiful flowers, very similar to this background. It'll be at 4 o'clock. Tickets are $45 until the 14th of March. So get your tickets. Space usually fills up pretty quickly, and I hope to see you all soon on the next video. Maybe I'll do a little card pull real quick, so stick around if you want that. All right, so I got this deck, tarot. Just see what's going to come out for this full moon eclipse in Virgo for the collective. What is the energy, Spirit? Two of Cups. All right, so this energy is about coming together with a shared vision and about partnership and relationship. And that could be business partner, This could be romantic, but with a shared vision. Like if you see this card, it's like a lion up here. Uh-oh, that's hard to see. A lion head with wings. So this is the courage to move forward and go to greater heights with a shared vision. And cups represent emotion. And so this card is just saying that, like, this is about coming together with a shared vision, and we both have something to give. This person has their cup, this person has their cup, and they're coming together to share their vision, their gifts, and what they really see for the future, and building upon that. And that's a beautiful card. I love this card. So I hope that you loved this short but sweet video, and I'll see you on the next. Peace out, your Lucid Living Coach, Karina.